Kia ora, my name is Wildkard. Yes, the Chiefs has golden pointed their way to the to beat the Hurricanes 22 points to 17 at Waikato. And yeah, the ending of the game was really spectacular. And I've talked about this a lot in my previous games. It is actually a little bit of letdown when they end the game and call it a try amongst a lot of chaotic things going on the field without showing any replay before the decision is final and the game ended, right? It is just, you get to a point where, I talked about this in the past as well, where, yes, speeding the game up is good, but if it's gotten to a point where the whole experience for the fan is no longer a positive experience, are you actually making the product better? Are you actually making the game more enjoyable for the fans to watch? When the tries, there was at the end of the game, there was a lot of confusion, a lot of crazy stuff happening. Damian McKenzie went for a drop goal, and it was charged down by Warner Dern. And Satiti got the ball seemingly in an offside position, and he just sort of ran himself through for the try during the golden point period, right? And this is just like one of those things where it really does not hurt to just take 60 seconds, right? The game is already ended, potentially, for the referee to just do a proper review. Tell the people watching at home, tell the people watching in the live stadium, right? What is happening? The referee's decision is a try. Just double check for offside or if there's any issues to the grounding. Just take an extra 60 seconds. It's not going to make the game long. And if people sitting there, right, don't want to spend 60 seconds to find out whether the game is legitimately won or not, I'm sorry. Those are, just tell them to watch the highlights. They won't be watching the game anyway. If I sat through 90, 85 minutes or 90 minutes or whatever to get to the end of the game, I can sit for another 60 seconds for you to show me some bloody replays and conclusively say this was okay, and then you end the game and everybody can celebrate instead of the referee rushing the TMO. Yeah, quick. Is that good? Okay, good. Can I end the game? Okay, let's end the game. We gotta make sure this whole replay can fit into one Instagram TikTok video, right? Gotta speed the game up. And sure, this one, not like everything played by the books. I can't tell you how many times this week I saw a try on TV and the referee just brushed over. Because let's just rush the game through. I gotta spin the game, my boys. There was a try, no try now. Who cares? Just move on. I swear to God, Ethan de Groot scored a try against the post, on the line, against the Blues. I think just before halftime. Just before halftime or just after halftime? Just before halftime, I think. I swear to God, Ethan de Groot got one. I swear to God, yesterday the Waratahs got one. Just after halftime. Nah, don't worry about reviewing. Gotta speed the game up. Gotta make sure the TikTok kids can watch the entire game in an Instagram video, right? Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, anyway, that's my little rant aside. Ben O'Keefe and New Zealand Rugby, just keep doing what you are doing. I'm sure this is just, it's when I'm at the live game and I cannot understand what the fuck is happening on the field, and I'm watching the replay on these screens telling me there's a try scored and the referee's just playing on, I don't know what the fuck I'm paying here to see. Seriously. But anyway, that's just a little rant for me. I've really had enough of this bullshit. Let's rush through every fucking try. And I like, oh, let's because gotta speed the game up, speed the game up. Oh my fucking god, oh my god, the people have fucking 5 seconds of attention. Let's speed the game up. Let's make sure that the people that sit here for fucking 80 minutes can't spend an extra 30 seconds to see what's happened. Speed the game up. Oh my god. Anyway, that aside, this was actually another outstanding contest between two top quality New Zealand teams. I do think the Hurricanes probably came out in the second half, played a bit too much kicking, too much territory, too much of the spreadsheet game. There were just a little bit too many kicks. That's kind of just like punted down the field, and not really too much, not pressured. The follow, not really placed in a good position. A lot of time in the middle of the field, prone to counter attack, and just not really able to find touch at times when they really should in the second half to find touch. There was quite windy in the stadium, but Hurricanes in the second half had the wind behind them, so maybe that's why they opted for more kicking. But then the quality of the kicking just wasn't there to be warranted for the kicking game, and as a result, the Chiefs actually found quite a few opportunities from the counter attack, and yeah, just I was a little bit disappointed how trigger happy Hurricanes were in the second half when it comes to the kicking game. David McKenzie, I had no confidence. He had an opportunity to kick a penalty goal before the end of the full time. I had no confidence he was going to kick that one. It was quite windy anyway, but couldn't quite get there due to the wind. And then drop goal as well, charge down. But outside of that, I thought the boldness of the Chiefs team was definitely a bit more than the Hurricanes in the second half. The Hurricanes defended really well, really disciplined all around the park, and it's just like the little mistakes that really hurt them quite a bit. Two really high quality teams, and all it takes is a tiny mistake, whether it be a missed pass, and suddenly the opposition is scoring on your other end of the field. The tension was really high, and you can almost taste it in the air how tight and tense everybody is out there on the field. The breakdown was actually really good for the Hurricanes, especially in the first half. There was like 20-minute period where the Chiefs were just pounding the Hurricanes, and they were just again and again just getting turned over. As soon as they get inside the 22, getting turned over, and that emphasis of the breakdown for the Hurricanes seemingly dropped off quite a bit in the second half. I can see the strategy, especially with the kicking game. You wanted to pressure and then pressure the kicks and pressure the breakdowns and get the turnovers that you're looking for, but just wasn't quite able to get those kicks. I think in accurate enough in positions where that can be executed. That strategy can be executed. Outside of that, I thought neither teams. Chiefs did take an early 3 points, and then they conceded 2 tries. But it's one of those games where, it's one of the games where the kicking really mattered. Actually, in this one, Ruben Love goal kicking missed the couple. D-Mac, I think probably fared a little bit better overall. And let me know your thoughts about this and about how you feel about just speeding the game up to no ends, and then not making the wrong decision at times and not really showing clearly what is happening to the fans. Extremely frustrating, I find. Anyway, let's have a talk about the match stats of the game. 3 tries apiece, 428 meters, 276 meters for the Chiefs, 276 Hurricanes. Like, that's pretty low run meters. That is extremely low run meters. Let's just refresh this a couple times. 276 run meters. That's extremely low, especially considering you have 111 carries. That is extremely low run meters. The Chiefs much better, 149 carries to the 428 run meters as well. Similar amount of defenders beaten, 28 for the Chiefs, 23 for the Hurricanes. 18 turnovers conceded for the Chiefs, 17 against the Hurricanes. 129 tackles made, 23 missed tackles for the Chiefs. 194 tackles made for the Hurricanes, 28 missed tackles. The Hurricanes has better completion rate in terms of the tackle count. Quite a bit of kicking from both teams, 29 for the Chiefs, 31 for the Hurricanes. 2 missed conversions from Ruben Love. Only 1 missed penalty against the wind. I probably can forgive that. It was a pretty difficult kick for D-Mac. 1 drop goal that was charged down. 880 kick meters for the Hurricanes. 755 for the Chiefs. Just enough to hang in there. Lineouts, I thought the Hurricanes' execution was a lot better than the Chiefs as well. Warner Dern was really, really good, disrupting, 14 lineouts, 4 lost. For the Chiefs, 12 lineouts, 3 lost. For the Hurricanes, not quite tidy there. 1 scrum loss for the Chiefs out of 6. No scrum losses at all for the Hurricanes. I thought the Hurricanes had a little bit of edge in the scrummaging, especially when, what's his name? Xavier, what's his name? Xavier Numia, especially when this guy was on the field, was it was quite dominant on the loose SI for the Hurricanes. The discipline overall, 8 for the Chiefs. So, that's very, very good. Under 10 in terms of penalty count. 10 for the Hurricanes, not too bad. Either. So 10 and 8 and 10. And yeah, even if you were to pursue a strategy of goal kicking, it's just not enough. Not enough penalties that's given out in positions where you could easily kick those penalties, and also not enough. The wind also played a big factor in terms of getting some of the longer range kicks, as we saw on Damien McKenzie near the end there. So definitely had to play the rugby, and I think that the Chiefs were bold enough to try to run the ball even from inside their own half, and they were rewarded. Not only just catching up in the scoreboard, but ultimately running out from their own half, getting themselves in position for a drop goal, and then the charge down leading into the Satiti try at the end was quite outstanding. Let's do a quick recap of the game. So Hurricanes came out looking absolutely dominant. There were a lot of penalties given out early. There was a scrum for the Hurricanes, I think. A bunch of crash balls. The ball went wide. Josh Morby was just wide open. Big long pass to him, and he just ran in. 7 points to 0. 28 minutes on the clock. The Chiefs retaliated with a lot of pressure and got turned over again and again as soon as they got into the 22. Finally, they got a penalty in kickable position, and the Chiefs just went, we'll take the 3 to take the scoreboard up a little bit. 3 points to 7, 28 minutes into the game. Just before halftime, the Hurricanes wanted to get one on the ball. You can see the urgency. There was a penalty, probably kickable, but maybe not against the wind. But they went for the line out. There was a brilliant kick from Ruben Love, 5 meters short. This was line out. We've seen this before, actually. The ball got popped down to Asafa Aumua, crashing into the 10 channel, and then quick ball came out. And eventually it was a flat crash ball from Peter Lakai, low body position, crashed over for the try. 12 points to 3, half time. 47 minutes in the game, there was a bit of weird situation. There was a Chiefs attacking line out, about 5 meters short, and then it was knocked back by the Hurricanes, stolen essentially by the Hurricanes. And Asafa Aumua juggled this ball in goal, and it looked like he knocked the ball dead deliberately. He did have teammates standing there, so I guess the referee think that he was passing the ball to the teammate. But if you were to pass the ball to the teammate, you had to actually catch the ball and then pop the ball. He just knocked the ball towards the dead ball line, which his teammate was off to the side. It's not like he knocked the ball towards his teammate. He knocked the ball towards the dead ball line, of which a teammate was nearby, right? I thought that was a deliberate knock the ball dead, to be honest. I thought that could have been a penalty try, to be honest. But anyway, a minute later, there was so that lead to a scrum for the Chiefs. Again, I don't think Ben O'Keefe, just should have just looked at it, right? If you're the referee, take a look at the replay. Mate, is that a deliberate knocking the ball dead? Nah, just play on. Who cares? Go for the scrum. Anyway, they went for the scrum for the Chiefs. Quick hands. There was like a few crash balls, and then the ball was passed to Dyer, who could got the lock. He got the ball flat-footed with the player right in front of him. And then to his brilliance, he quickly flicked the ball on to Simon Parker, who got the ball in a bit of open space, just ran through for the try. 10 points to 12, the Chiefs coming back. 61 minutes in the game, the Hurricanes back into the front foot, lots of pounding, pick and goes. And then there was a bunch of backs try to pick and go and got failed. And then Asafa Almoa got the ball from the back of the ruck and picked and go himself and just showed everyone how it's done and got the try. 17 points to 10, and Ruben Love missed this one again. 72 minutes in the game. There was the Hurricanes basically was on attack into the Chiefs 22. I think it was Morby. One of the Hurricanes players was running through, made a little half break actually, and he tried to get his hand out for the offload, and he actually knocked the ball on. And then this was scooped up by the Chiefs counter attack. The ball was spun out wide to Leroy Carter. He ran down the sideline. He was doing a bit of wiggling and shoving and breakdancing or whatnot. All the defenders were just like, oh, what is he doing? And eventually he like kind of stepped Jordy Barrett a little bit, ran into the last defender. I think might be Wildkard. And he was able to do something that the Hurricanes wasn't. Stuck his hand out, got the flick pass out, and then the what's his name? He flicked the pass to who did the fuck? Amor. Was it Amor? Simon Sinkinson flicked it out to Sinkinson. Running scored under the post. 17 points to 17. Game ended with a draw, and then went to extra golden point. And then D-Mac got charged down after the Chiefs worked away from inside their own half, pretty much from inside their own 20, almost inside their own 22, I think, all the way out to get inside the Hurricanes 22. And then there was a poor exit for Hurricanes. They essentially kicked they got the turnover inside their own 22, and they exit, and the ball barely got outside of their own 22. So it's a really poor exit. But it doesn't matter. Eventually the Chiefs was able to get themselves in position. Went for a drop goal, charged down. Dern did extremely well to charge it down. But so TT scooped this up in a seemingly offside position, winning for the try. And the referee's like, hurry up, finish the game. Let's get this done. Let's get this done, guys. Let's get this done and go home. Speed the game up. And that's the end of the game. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys later for the Fijian Enduro versus the Brumbies. Cheers.